seems like the Crow reboot can't keep a leading man. Names like Bradley Cooper, Tom Hiddleston, Luke Evans have all been attached to the role, and now Boardwalk Empire actor Jack Huston has also left the starring role. Director Corin Hardy released this statement confirming Huston's exit. Jack Huston is unfortunately unavailable to continue with us on The Crow. The Crow is an amazing project, and I am grateful that we have the time and patience to get it right. We look forward to unveiling our new lead and starting to film over the next several weeks. Schnepp, what's your take on Jack Huston's departure, and who would you like to see take up the lead role?
Well, it's always weird when people keep getting replaced and getting replaced, and unfortunately he's unavailable. What happened? Did they just decide to, like, you know, I mean, because that's never the truth. We know that. That's never just he's suddenly unavailable after months of talking about, we got the Crow, the guy who's going to play the Crow after the other guy left. Now we got him. And then now he's suddenly unavailable. That means somebody's shuffling and, you know, either they lost faith in Jack Huston because, hey, he doesn't have Boardwalk Empire anymore. What's he doing? Well, get Hoult, Nicholas Hoult. He's the next flavor of the month. So I don't know. I mean, it feels like it's whatever that press release is not the truth. I don't know what the truth is, but it feels a little discomforting to know that people keep coming and going on a film that should have been remade like 6 years ago. It just keeps, you know. So I would love to see a new version of The Crow. I'd love to see one that's a lot more faithful to Barr's original take on The Crow. I mean, his comic book. So yeah, we'll see.
Christian? I think it's the opposite. I think Huston actually has a lot going on right now with Ben-Hur and a bunch of other things, and he's becoming like this guy that people are starting to consider for everything. I think he smartened up and went, this thing stinks. He's like, I'm out of here. And told his agents, get me out of there no matter what you can do. Get me out. I love The Crow, the original one with Brandon Lee. I love that movie. And then they started making every single sequel they wanted to. And
a TV series.
Everything. And directed even just became watered down nonsense. And the property suffered because of it.
Yeah.
So people can't take it serious. I want them to scrap it. I want nothing to do with this property anymore because I like the optimism to where it's like I want to see them make a faithful rendition of this thing, but everything that's happening, everyone has been attached to this and everyone has bailed. It looks like we're going to get something in the theater that you're going to go, ugh, you know. So at this point, just cut your losses. We don't need another Crow movie. We just don't need it.
I won't believe this movie's coming out until I see the first trailer because there's been so much switchover with the lead actors, and I also was a big fan of the Brandon Lee one. Of course, they made I never watched any of those other ones because I knew no one was putting any effort into those. In this case, I'm with you where it's like, I think it's Jack Huston. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to leave. And you have to think about that. Jack Huston, I like him. I loved him on Boardwalk Empire. But he's not a big star yet, right? So he's trying to break through. He's going to be in Ben-Hur, the remake. So the fact that someone who's on his way up decides to leave a franchise and property like this, where he's the starring role, that says a lot about what he thinks about this movie.
It says there's going to be more opportunity. We're getting some great movies right now. Is this the one that's really going to catapult my career? His team's got to be like, no, it's not. There's so many problems with it right now. Get out of there, because he's going to. Because when a good star breaks out there, it's from doing like these side roles and then starting to take the lead roles. And again, you look at guys like Jai Courtney and Sam Worthington, right? And even Taylor Kitsch for a bit, where the studios are going, that's your movie star. There he is. And the public goes, no thanks. But Taylor Kitsch is doing it right. From Lone Survivor, and now he's going to be in True Detective and doing all these side roles to see the guy can actually act. Now, Jack Huston's a guy that's taking those smaller roles, and now he's starting to get bigger roles. Get away from The Crow, because The Crow is the one that just nobody cares.
And then you had mentioned Nicholas Hoult. Yeah, they're looking at two people, Nicholas Hoult and Jack O'Connell from Unbroken. Those are the two names that have come up. Either one spark your interest?
For me, Nicholas Hoult, and it sounds like, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you guys. I'm just saying that it's not whatever the cover story is.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's either one or the other. Either he left, or or the flavor of the month thing, where they're like, get Hoult. He's, you know. So it could be either one of those things. But like, yeah. To me, it's just disappointing because it's like, shouldn't they have already started shooting this like last year? I mean, that's just
should have already been made.
Yeah. I know the pre-production problems.
Believe me, the sequel.
It takes a long time to get something going. So it's like, I wish everyone on the Crow production crew the best. I want to see. I personally want to see a new version of the Crow.
See, between either Nicholas Hoult or Jack O'Connell, who was amazing in '71. If you haven't seen '71, don't forget about Unbroken. '71, he was incredible in. Both up-and-coming actors, too. They're going after those types of guys. They both would do great. They're both great actors. I just would say the same thing. Tell your agent to pass.